This is the first video, as y'all can see. Yo. Greetings, my beautiful people. So welcome to my page. This is Conscious Cozy Kane. It's gonna be like an intro video. Just let y'all know what I'm finna be bringing to this page and you know what y'all finna be tuning into. Hopefully y'all listen all the way through. So, let's go through the list real quick because I ain't gonna lie, I had to type a lot of this out. So on this page, what I'm finna be bringing to y'all is everyday personal life, my routine, you know, what I be eating, from hygiene, my practices, you know, just different stuff like that. Cooking videos, like different foods I'll be making. I'm gonna show y'all from A to Z, the whole recipe and all that. Also, I'm gonna be having different people come on and having conversations with them, you know, just building. And I got a name for it, but I ain't gonna say it yet, you know, for copyright reasons and all that, so. Yeah, and anything else I want to talk about, and like I said, anything that y'all want me to speak on too, so we just go from there. I'm all about building and just going back and forth, you know, creating a conversation and exchange information, learning, because it's about, you know, getting different perspectives. It's not always just one-sided, so that's what I'm about. And when y'all come here, I want y'all to know that this is a place of refuge, a place of healing, growing together, provoking thoughts, just stuff that, you know what I'm saying, like we can build, you know. This is a platform for that, you know, light and dark, the seen and unseen, the conscious and the subconscious, and all things of the occult and, you know, ancient history or ancient spirituality, I say. So a little quick background on me is I love music. I've been into music ever since I was like 2. I've been songwriting, producing, drawing as a kid. Like I make my own little alternate versions of, you know, some anime or something like that. Like I drew them, made them characters for myself and my brother and stuff and people in my life or whatever. What else? I don't really take photos, but back in the day I took photos, so I'm good with a vision, you know what I'm saying? Like when I had a camera, I could make it make sense. You know, and it is a real art form. Now I'm cold at editing videos. Really, I don't see like no limitations. And for real, so many things that I want to do, and I just realized that I'm just the overall creator. So whatever inspires me, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah. Okay, so also I grew up in a Christian household. I was in a Christian school from elementary to high school, that whole time. And up until freshman, sophomore year, I think it was sophomore year, in high school, yeah. Sophomore year in high school, I realized that some of the practices looked real, it was a moment I had. I remember I was in, you know, okay, let me go back. So in high school, that sophomore year, the high school I went to was a Christian Catholic high school. And I ain't know nothing about Catholic for real, or Catholics for real. But what they practiced, they had mass, and you know, I never really went to no mass, so they had like a decent size, but a little room for mass, whatever. Not that many seats. It was a point to where they had us pull out the little knee rest that we gotta, you know, bend down on and kneel on our knees or whatever. They made us do that, and a lot of the melanated folks, you know, everybody was closing their eyes, like everybody else was closing their eyes, but a lot of melanated folks was looking around like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? But it was at that moment I had a thought in my eyes. I kind of blanked out. You know, they was praying about it, but I blanked out in my head. I'm looking, I'm like, this not too far from what people be preaching on, like, oh, like the occult, you know what I'm saying? Like the evil or witchcraft or Satanism, you know, different stuff like that. So when I saw that, I'm like, this looking like a ritual or some shit, you know? So it just made me step back, like it's kind of hypocritical. And then plus, even before I got to high school, I was real like into, I don't even like calling them conspiracy theories. It got a negative connotation around it. I was into conspiracy theories That was in middle school. So that helped me, that already started opening me up to different things and being open-minded to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that definitely, or I know that that definitely helped propel me to step back from just one religion or being in a religion period and focusing on like what's really important or what's really, just to look at the bigger picture. I couldn't think of a better word, but I had to soon realize that, and luckily, and it'd be crazy because spirit be working for real, you know what I'm saying? While that was going on, I had a world religion class, and it was like one of my favorite classes. He was so cool though, you know, he was real cool. He used to walk around the class with burning a stick of sage, you know what I'm saying, around the classroom. And I don't want to say that was my first time seeing that, but like he did it so much, that's a core memory for me. And then a side thing, when I was like maybe 3 or 4, I had a dog that one of my teachers had gave me, and I didn't name it, but the dog name was Sage, and the teacher gave me the dog. So fast forward to when I'm in world religion class, he tell me what this is, what he, you know, doing, and he said, oh, it's Sage. And he would low-key give this like different sage sticks to his honor or favorite, you know, students who's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could read between the lines, like people that really don't really care, or you know what I'm saying? Like he knew I was messing with the sage, and he knew that I was into like learning the different religions. And it wasn't just me, like he gave sage to, he gave it to a few other students in my class, but not a lot. Like it was rare. It was 4 different classes. I say all that to say that class helped me also because as I stepped back from religion, as I stepped back from Christianity, I was seeing the different religions as well. And I'm like, man, they all got similar methods, but they all want the same thing, basically. And honestly, Taoism was one of the ones, Taoism and Buddhism was one of the ones that I really connected with because just like what it really stand for. And then because the other ones just real, like, not all of them, but like, you know, Christianity, strict to the point to where it's controlling and manipulative. Back to my point. I had to think for a second. Yeah, I need to make this fast because I'm talking. Yeah, so that was world religion class was helping me. And then also I started dating at that time. And the person I started dating, like we kind of went through like, we was going through the same thing, but together. So, you know, like when you go on your spiritual journey or whatever, a lot of times it can be lonely because nobody is going through or seeing life through the lens that you're seeing it through. So, you know, I get that. But it's like I'm damn near, I might have had a small phase of that for real. And I kind of felt like that, like I said, back in middle school when all the conspiracy stuff was going on because I was taking in so much. I didn't believe everything, but I was taking in so much. And I was to the point of like, shit, well, I was going to school like, you know, we gonna die eventually anyway, like, you know, but that ain't a good way to look at things. But fast forward, we were both going through the journey together. And so it wasn't as lonely, but it was powerful because we both taught each other different things. Whether it was looked at as good or bad, like the bad things you learn lessons from. So it's all duality. And then also in 2016, as we was going through the journey, it was like New Year's on January or whatever, like we was like, let's try to, or let's not eat meat for a month and see how it goes. So I think we both completed it. Well, I don't know about her, but I know I completed it. And I don't know if I stopped or kept going, but I was like, it's not that bad. But when I started back eating meat, I was like, it didn't really do nothing for me, you know. It was just like a waste of space. It was nasty. Sometimes it was nasty. And I was just like, it really all, to me, you know, some people be like, oh, it's not the seasonings, but I'd be like, it's really just the seasonings and the sauces, you know. They be going crazy. And that's, you know, like what? And so from that point, I'm like, well, it's really not a big deal. Like, I'm just not going to eat meat and go from there. And I just kept going, like, putting things out. In my hometown in St. Louis, I started that food journey. And then when I moved to Atlanta, eventually cut out, I was vegetarian. So then I eventually cut out seafood. No meat, Then I was, I guess, a pescatarian. Then I stopped being a pescatarian. Then I was vegetarian. I'll be forgetting all this. I had a small mini phase of veganism. And then after that, I went straight into where I'm at now, which is the alkaline or African biomineral balance, which was created by Dr. Sebi. It's definitely a lot of people that have heard of him and practice certain things that he has taught, and you know, his nutritional guide and everything. But I also know that this is a stepping stone. Like, this is not the end for me, at least. I still want to be to the point to where I'm just eating raw, like raw veggies and raw fruit. But a full circle moment is when I eventually became alkaline. The beginning phases, that same ex that I went through the spiritual journey with or whatever in the beginning, we was like just conversating one time, and she reminded me, she was like, you know, like, this is, you said you was gonna do this, like that you wanted to do this, you know, back then when you first cut out meat or whatever. And I was like, really? Did I? You know, I didn't remember at all. She had to remind me, and I was like, dang, that's crazy. And that just shows how powerful, like, not discipline, but I mean, yeah, discipline, but just how powerful the subconscious mind is, because we can go through things and not even know why we're going through them, but we planted many seeds along the way in the past, or, you know what I'm saying, a while ago. So yeah, it get deep. But I ain't trying to make this intro too long. Yeah, I don't want it to be over 30 minutes at all. I didn't even want it to be 20 minutes. But now I promise to cut as much as I can so it don't be too long with it or whatever. So all that vaguely sums up how I got to this present point in my life right now. And we about to keep building and growing together through this, you know, because we always students, we always learning. We could be a teacher, but even a teacher's still learning. So I always remember that. That's something that I'ma always go by as well, because we never gonna know everything. You know, iron sharpens iron. But if you're not doing your own due diligence, then you just doing yourself out for real. So, but yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Very grateful, very excited to show y'all, you know, what's going on, what I'm finna be posting. I'm excited to, you know, be talking to y'all and these different people I'm finna be just, you know, talking with. It's all about building for real. Like, that's what I love. I ain't gonna lie. I love just having provoking intellectual conversations, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's take it there. So, especially if we talking about some meaningful, push the world forward, push our people forward, you know. Yeah, I ain't finna be, like I said, I ain't finna be long-winded. Peace, love, and light and darkness, all that. I ain't do it right. Yo, welcome